Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the majestic Snare, and this is my commanding, disembodied voice. Sit down and listen to me! Okay, that might have just scared off half your audience, Snare. Maybe you should have thought about that before you said it. Never mind. Moving on. So welcome guys, thank you for joining me on today's video. I do appreciate all the support and attention these videos get from you guys. I do think there's a space for this kind of video about Warframe. There's lots of people out there doing data-driven stuff, factual stuff, and I want to get under the bonnet of Warframe a lot of the time. And the reason for that is because Warframe is a game that's played differently by everyone, no matter if it's gameplay style or the reasons for playing it. And I thought today would be interesting to sit down and think about when did I get Warframe, when did I understand what it's all about? And not just from a what does this do and what is that kind of perspective, but I want to talk about how it feels when you suddenly have that like epiphany moment where you like, okay, I've now done this thing, and the game suddenly clicks and makes sense. And I think for most people, you may disagree, let me know down in the comments, but I think it's when you complete The War Within. At that point, it happened for me there anyway. I remember doing it on stream and someone saying to me, after Second Dream actually this was said, congratulations, you finished the tutorial. And that stuck with me for some time, and it's kind of niggled and munched away at the back of my brain. And I thought, what does that actually mean? But when you put it in perspective, when you've got to that point and done those cinematic quests, you're at a point where you've done a lot of the lore and some of the missions around it. The Chains of Harrow mission also was a separate thing, but also added to it, I thought. It's definitely one of the better written story missions, I think, anyway. But that's an aside. I personally think that you have to play Warframe for the most part in that period of going through the story as a solo player. And the reason for that is because it happens so often when you jump into a team of randoms and you jump into a normal mission, you know, standard capture mission, for example. Say it's the first capture mission you've ever done. You run in and you've got a group with you. You've got some veterans who are very fucking quick. They know exactly what to do. They've got a high-powered weapon. They run up to the target, one-shot kill, collect the prisoner or the target, and then they run to the extraction. Now, capture is a very simple mission, but you miss out on how to do it. You don't learn anything from how to do it. I know the mission types are fairly basic, but when you're a new player, you need that exposure to how to navigate an environment quickly, how to, you know, what best weapons to use against certain enemies. You don't learn anything from that if someone else does it for you. So by doing it solo or with friends perhaps, you'll learn those skills you'll need later on. And it's very important therefore to do it solo. But by doing it solo, you get it. You get the idea, you get the concept of what Warframe is about. Now, the beauty of this game is that it can be played and used by anyone in any different way. You can look how you want to look, you can play the actual characters, play the actual frames the way you want to play them. You can, you know, collect the weapons that you want to collect and use those. It's completely and utterly up to you. I don't think there is any other game that allows you to do that to the same extent. I can only speak from experience. I haven't experienced any games that have done that for me as much as Warframe. But, you know, when you've got to that experience level, not MR level, not mastery rank level, but experience level of doing the missions through all the cinematic quests, and then you get to the War Within. I'm not giving anything away, but you understand it a bit more at that point, and suddenly your eyes are open. You feel much more educated about the lore of Warframe and what maybe to expect in other arenas and stuff. Not even mentioning things like the Plains of Eidolon or the new Fortuna update on Venus. I'm not even mentioning how they kind of expand out the game and give you more literally to do. But the game's always throwing stuff at you. Certainly in those early days, you are you're exposed to different mission types and different things popping up that will move your attention away and let you grind on other things, like a dog on heat type thing. You know, that's totally not a good analogy, but we're going to completely ignore that and move on. So one of the things I wanted to mention here is that getting Warframe is not the end of the road. It's almost like the start. So as someone said to me, you've now done the tutorial. It quite literally is that. So however you want to play the game, I'm a collector. So For me, it's about opening up all those junctions around the different planets, being able to farm the parts to get the Warframes, to then have fun with the thing that I've earned in the game. You know, I've had a good old grind, and I've got the parts I need to make the Warframe, and I'm going to learn about how to use the Warframe. I'm going to do the same with the weapon types, because the weapon diversity is amazing in Warframe. For the most part, there's some very different mechanics of weapons and mechanics of Warframes that, you know, with the right crew together, they're an unstoppable team. So really, before even getting into the minefield that is mods and stuff like that, there is so much to do and to change in Warframe that it's probably hard to say at any point, yep, got it, I understand everything about Warframe. It's difficult. I mean, there's elements around the melee I don't understand. There's elements around certainly the new damage. Damage 3.0 they're trying to bring in. There's elements of that I don't quite understand yet, but you know, for the most part, the game I do understand and I have fun with it. So, do I actually get Warframe? Probably about 70%, and this is someone that's got 700 hours. So maybe 1,000 hours I'll have 100%. Maybe that's how it works. Which I'll do a review at that point and look back over the other reviews. It's going to be interesting anyway. But I'd love to hear what you guys think, because this is a topic that I think people don't really talk about when they're talking about Warframe. They might be talking topical things, they might be talking about data, but not about how the game sort of makes you feel or your enjoyment and how you get the enjoyment from it. So I think these videos are worthwhile doing at the moment. But I'd love to hear what you have to say. So please drop a like on the video if you do like what you've heard here today and it's tweaked something in your brain and made you think. Subscribe if you haven't already and become part of the Overbite family. We have videos coming out every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so check back for more awesome content. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. You know, do you think it's even possible to get Warframe? Do you think it happens much earlier than when I've stated of being at the War Within stage? Or do you feel like it's a game you should never actually get, because if you do, that's the game finished for you, that's ended? Well, I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise I do read every comment that you guys put down. I might not get around to replying, which is a bit shit, but you know, that's just me being tardy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had a great time today. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, love you, bye bye.